And now we are live. Hello, everybody. It is myself and Comics here with an indie interview today. Kind of early than my usual. And today I have background, oh my gosh, background noise comic. Yay.
Yes.
They are named Lisa and John, and we're going to be going over their Kickstarter comic called Background. Oh my gosh, Background Noise Comic. Background noise. I don't know why I had trouble saying
what's easier to
background.
say is the Kickstarter is for our book, which is called Love Letters Every Day. So that's less of a tongue twister.
Yes, which I completely forgot, even though I have it saved and I've been looking at it for the past few days. I'm like, love letters, love letters, love letters. And then you guys are called on your social media background noise.
Yes. The comic is background noise
and then
comic.
You guys.
Yes.
Yes. And we're going to be taking a look at their Kickstarter, which I love the look of a lot. And I'm see that you guys are funded, which hooray, congrats on being funded. And do you guys mind if we play the video?
Go for it.
Woo. Anytime now. It was me.
Background Noise Comic began on National Pizza Day 2018. I noticed it was National Pizza Day, and I came up with an idea to draw a little comic. And I grabbed a Sharpie and a piece of printer paper, and I drew up this comic real quick. That was about something that actually happened with Lisa and myself. And I brought it down to Lisa and showed to her, and she laughed. And we thought, well, we can post this on Facebook and it'll be funny and all our friends will laugh. But then right away, we kind of both knew that this was it. So is this book just a collection of comics?
Well, since you asked, as we started to develop the comics, we learned a lot about craft. We learned a lot about storytelling. We learned a lot about the way that we relate to the world and how we related to each other. And we wanted to be able to share that with everybody. And so we started to write essays, and the essays that are in this book have never been seen before. And they really help to explain the story of this year. So we're really happy to share this book with the world. And part of the reason that we're doing this now is that we have over 1,000 comics on Instagram. They're kind of lost in the Instagram archives. Nobody really goes back and reads the ones at the beginning, and they still have a lot of value. And we want to make sure that they have a place in the world. The world needs light, the world needs laughter, and the world needs books.
Well said.
Okay.
Awesome. I would like to explain how I'm actually that weirdo that goes to the very first post to then scroll all the way down to see like people's like art and stories and all that stuff. So I'm like the 1%. Hooray!
Yeah. It would take a long time though. There's over 1,000 comics on there, so yeah, you are the one.
I have experience.
Yeah. And we're also on
I can
Webtoon.
At least do 500 a day.
We're also on Webtoon. That makes it a little easier to go back to those early ones. But like we said, you know, in the video when we first started, I think we posted the first ones on Facebook. I don't even remember like when we started posting them on Instagram. So part of the book goal was to really put everything together in one place, because at the beginning we were just like, we weren't like building a brand. We were just like making a comic, and we weren't like thinking about, let's keep them all in one place. Let's make sure that, you know, everything is accurate. So that's why the book is partly going to be a great thing, so that you can just kind of have them all there. And they're also going to be a little bit mastered. So anyway. but thank you.
I was thinking that it does actually look like a webtoon format because I actually follow a lot of webtoons that are a similar format to yours about people and their lives, usually couples and family members. And I said,
Yeah.
this is my type of book. This is what I already read anyway. So I already know I'm going to love it.
Yay.
I'm really happy. And you guys got 61 hours to go.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's
that's
2.5
great.
days.
2.5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were
So-
designed with Instagram in mind.
mhm.
Yeah. So
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So just in case, I did put their links for their Instagram in the description. So
Awesome.
Thank
I'm happy I did that. And so we're Lisa and John. This is our comic reality. In 2018, we were a struggling comic artist and writer living and raising teens in Brooklyn Bubble. Brooklyn Bubble? What's Brooklyn Bubble?
Just like kind of like everybody in Brooklyn kind of thinks the same way, kind of has the same political values. Everybody kind of like eats organic food and like votes for Democrats. So it's kind of like a bubble. So that's what we were calling it, the Brooklyn Bubble.
Organic food is pretty good.
Well, that's why it's a nice bubble.
And then you guys got nominated for a Ringo. Congrats on that.
Yeah,
You guys
that was great.
I mean,
and that was pretty exciting.
like National Pizza Day, we should order. They already ordered. Now we should make it from scratch. Oh my gosh. Dang it. I already did it. And I'm like, that happens to me all the time.
Really?
And I'm like, why didn't we think of that faster? Yes, it actually does happen a lot. Though with different examples, because I've actually never made a pizza from scratch before. It is my one of many dreams to do.
Huh.
It's not that hard. You know.
I don't know if I have everything to eat. That's what they all say. And then I end up being overwhelmed with what I'm doing. And I'm like, oh no, I didn't mentally prepare fast enough. Oh, it's a squirrel.
Yeah, but he's not a nice squirrel.
Oh, he's a turd squirrel then.
Yes.
We lampooned the divisive American zeitgeist with tales of POTUS squirrel in our critter-filled backyard. I understand now.
Mm-hmm.
I almost thought that the word lampooned was a reference to a movie with a similar name, but I don't remember what it was.
National Lampoon?
I don't know. It was like a family with a similar name. What was that?
National Lampoon? Like those that
Yeah,
that'll-
National Lampoon's Vacation, National Lampoon's
Yeah,
Christmas.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
I saw a little bit of it as a child, so like I kind of remember snippets, but I was like, I should see that. I should see the movie in its entirety.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the classics.
They're definitely classics.
And then be a part of something truly beautiful. Help the first year of Background Noise Comics into lovely letters every day. This book is the first of many collections of the Ringo Award nominated and Instagram fan favorite comic. Woohoo! By backing Love Letters every day, you're investing in more than just a comic collection. You're supporting a heartfelt passion project with over 200 slice of life diary comics initially published on social media. That's not you all. Sorry. You also get insider anecdotes and a few short but sweet essays about our creative and romantic journey. So don't miss out on the opportunity to be among the first to receive this exclusive collection. That makes me excited. Unfortunately, I got paid last week, so that day's gone. Next time. I will get it next time, though. And then, of course, follow you guys because I want to see more and start from the beginning.
Oh yeah, please do.
The World of Background Noise Comics. Yes. Our comic started as a 2-panel family circus style gags where we were always on the coach. As our ambition for telling richer stories took over, they evolved into 4-panel comics with more complicated storylines. That's actually very interesting.
Yeah, it was kind of inspired by newspaper comics, and we started out keeping it pretty simple with the 2 panels, but we just were more ambitious. You know, we kind of grew to 4 panels, and we also started out always being on the couch. It was always supposed to be the same artwork every time, just she and myself on the couch with our laptops, and we want the comic just kind of expanded to different parts of our lives. So in that comic that you see right there, there's Lisa's son. Well, I won't say his name. One of Lisa's sons. She has 2. So if we make fun of one of them in the comic, we have plausible deniability. You never know exactly which one it is. But yeah, so that's them at the breakfast table, and it moved into the bedroom, and it expanded into including work stuff and mental health stuff and the political stuff, like with that squirrel, and arguments, which are very popular. Actually, people really relate to the relationship stuff. So yeah, and now in the comics, we go to different parts of the world, and they're usually more like 6 panels. But this is all the first year where everything started. This book.
Awesome. Because I share a screen and I have to be on there, I have no idea what you guys' faces are doing. I don't know if you guys are wanting to talk, and I can't see the comments that are popping up. So I'm here at the StreamYard now, and I'm seeing so much comments, and I didn't even know they were there. I'm sorry, everyone. Hello, welcome. I didn't see you guys come in. And apparently it's pizza day today, because I got a notification for $3.14 pizza.
I don't know. Maybe
very
it's
good.
something different. I think National Pizza Day is in February, but those national days, they're very random. There's a lot of different ones.
I meant Pie Day. I'm an
it's
idiot.
Pie Day.
It was Pie Day.
Told me that was coming up. Yes,
it is Pie Day.
Yeah, we had another comic.
I should have stopped myself.
Pie Day.
Yeah.
So.
Yay! Happy Pie Day, everybody. That includes pizza.
That includes pizza.
Pizza. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like how that the cereal box is in color.
Mm-hmm. The comics are basically black and white with spot color. One of the things that's going to be revised in the book is that when we first originally made the comics, we didn't really have a color palette. And so John just kind of used whatever color he felt like. And that was fine for the one-offs. But as we are putting things together, we're going to go back and kind of recolor so that things have a little bit more consistency so that they look better together. Even these comics that we posted on the Kickstarter, we did do a little bit of color work on them. So that's one of the things that we did. And then the other thing that we're doing also is that when we first started, like John said, we were trying to do 2 panels. We were really only 2 panels. So some of our panels got really, really crammed with 1 million balloons. And so on some of the ones that when we go back and put them in the book, we're, spreading them out a little bit, giving them a little bit more air. We had that constraint when we were doing it that first year, because that was just the random rules that we set up. Eventually we did go to 4 panels because we just couldn't we just wanted to tell longer stories, and we were okay, this is our rule, we can break it. And we did. But even then, we just want to make sure that as we are building out the book, that these comics really are right for this medium. Like John said, he made these comics, designed them for Instagram, and now we're rethinking them for a print book so that experience is optimal. It's exciting.
Nice. Are you guys doing the book yourself?
Are we what? Are we
Are you
doing it
guys doing
ourselves
like the
layout?
yeah, for the like the layouts and everything?
We have gotten some, we're getting some people to help us. So John sort of did an initial kind of book design, and we're now working with another designer to kind of refine it. And the same thing with the coloring. We're working with another, not actually a colorist, but just somebody to kind of more consult and help us,
Do some of the
do
work
do some of the
to
work
kind of go through
So
all the comics and
yeah,
harmonize the colors a little bit.
Nice.
Otherwise
This
we're
is
like,
probably the most I've seen with making a comic like this into like a physical book, because many times when there is like usually a webtoon and they're getting their own book, unfortunately the layout from the webtoon doesn't translate well to it being in a physical form, to where the pages end up either getting messed up or the panels are a little bit too close to the edge of the book where
right,
some stuff is cut off and all that stuff. So I'm glad that you guys are actually like taking time, making sure it looks good, talking to people to like make sure everything's all good and Gucci. And I want
Mhm.
pizza now.
I know. Yeah, no, we definitely want to do that. We want to make sure that it's not just this, it's just like a different experience, And so when you're reading a book, you want to have like, you just want, you want to have your pizza on a plate, And so we're just making sure that it looks nice.
Yes. Ooh, Whole Food has pizza? I haven't been to Whole Foods in a long time.
I don't know.
Pizza dough I was
You can-
answering
oh.
where we'll get the crust from. The crust comes like in a bag, but it's still dough.
Although sometimes I make the pizza dough myself.
I said that in the comment
Okay,
too.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's
It's
flour.
very easy.
Somebody suggested we probably make it out of like chickpeas or something. It's just
we
flour.
could make, sometimes we buy like the fancy flour from like Italy that's like extra high
Ooh.
iron or something, but I haven't found that. I found that like, drug, supermarkets flour is fine for making pizza dough.
I was gonna say, if you want it directly from Italy, you have to like actually order online, right? Because some stores may have a made in Italy crust.
Do have it. Like there's a few like specialty grocery stores that you can get it, or even like Whole Foods will sell it for like $1 bazillion, or you can order from Italy.
Yeah. 5 things from Whole Foods and it's like $80 already.
Yeah, a whole paycheck.
Exactly.
Not endorsing Whole Foods. We don't want to endorse Whole Foods. We are not endorsing Whole Foods.
We're just talking. We're just talking. It's okay.
We're disendorsing them. But
and we have the romance aspect. The relationship was the phoenix rising out of the ashes of your first marriage. One of your hashtag couple goals from day one has been to make art together. That's super sweet. But life responsibilities slashed your momentum to launch that perfect project. Then, on a whim, John drew a comic of us on the couch. Background Noise Comics was born, and we've been making diary comics since. Oh, I love this unicorn. And then comics are not just funny, they're also a way to change perspective in ourselves and others. And by illustrating the small moments of love in your art, we stated to see it in our lives too. I actually really like this one. Is that a Google version of the moon? Or is this like drawn?
No, that's probably a photo. Sometimes I use a photo in the background.
I love those. But this one you can tell over here is drawn. I like the way you did the birds.
Yeah, that was
little moments.
Rico. Yeah.
Ooh. Little moments that make life extraordinary. Your contribution helps us continue to share these slice of life treasures and ensures this beloved series can even reach even more people around the world. Filled with the Hershey Kiss sized bites of sweetness and snark, we made these comics to bring more joy in our days and hopefully yours too. With each comic, we understand each other's hearts a little better. We recognize how much we appreciated each other. We learn to laugh at our problems rather than fight about them. We learn that our love language is comics. That is great. Have more love languages be comics. I decree. About John. About you, John. John
Oh my
spent over a decade at Nickelodeon designing games. What? What? Creating online animation, creating characters. His on-air credits include the TV movie Shredder Man Rules, which I actually remember a little bit of that. And then the animation director of the live-action series Romeo. The name is familiar. I may need to look that one up because I'm like, it's there, but I need something.
Romeo was a very goofy show. And it's not my fault, but it just was. But I got to do a little bit of animation on it. So, that was cool.
And then other original comics include the newspaper strip Smooze or Lose and Frankenstein Superstar. John has taught at the Kerbert School and is scheduled to teach editorial comics at Pratt SCPS. Yay, I get to say that right. And then we have Lisa. About you, Lisa. Lisa tells stories for brands and fun. As an award-winning advertising creative director, she worked on many household products and global brands. Her short fiction, poetry, essays, and plays have been published in literary magazines and anthologies. Lisa co-hosts a monthly novel writing workshop through Brooklyn Speculative Fiction Writers. She's also an associate member of the Science Fiction and Fantasy Writers Association and Women in Comics Collective. As a creative coach, she specializes in helping professional women rediscover joy in their work and creative lives. Sometimes using comics help to help. I was so close, and I had it at the end.
You got it.
Thank you, Lisa. Why a book? Social media is all about the here and now. The comics collected in Love Letters Every Day are trapped in a social media past. Our early comics are kind of like a poor Sleeping Beauty, hidden away as enchanted brambles obscure her birth. Her birth?
Her birth, like the thing that she lays on. That's called
I know.
It's like a fairy tale word.
I didn't know that, and now I know. And Sleeping Beauty is my favorite princess and my favorite movie. I love Princess Aurora. Briar Rose, let's go.
Yeah.
Your kiss could save them. While these comics were written and drawn in 2018, the ones we've collected for this book resonate with universal truths about love and life. They still stand the test of time. With a copy of Love Letters Every Day in your hand or on your computer, you can binge read all these delicious comics in one sitting. The rewards! Love Letters Every Day is the star of all our reward tiers. The book is available in either digital or print version. The physical books can be picked up in Brooklyn or shipped anywhere in the US, Canada, or the UK. Check the reward page for other goodies you can add on too. Sketch cards. Oh, kitties. These hand-drawn sketch cards are Love Letters Every Day and love themed. Each is unique. Some are a little risque. All are filled with love. Please note, once you pledge, you can add this on. Kickstarter exclusive. Oh, I love that. That's so cute.
Yeah, and I apologize. I was like making some tweets to the rewards page, and so that you can't see the sketch cards. So if you go to the rewards, you can sort of see them. And then the other thing that I was trying to update this morning, which I didn't, I guess, finish, was we have a variant cover. And so I posted on Instagram yesterday and said, like, hey, people, like, which cover do you like better? And people were kind of into the variant cover. So if you want to take a look at it, if you click onto the rewards, you can see what it looks like.
Awesome. And then we have a question for you guys.
Okay.
From Jesse Weiss. What are your thoughts on comics like Mob Psycho 100 that will publish a webcomic, rough drafts, for free online, then sell the final product with new art through a major publisher.
Um, I don't know that comic, but
So don't worry, it's okay.
I like
So
the concept of publishing the comic rough and then
mhm.
selling the finished art as the book. I think that's a great idea. It's, it sounds like a great idea to me. It's actually a brilliant idea. But
I
yeah,
do actually know this product,
yeah.
but I didn't. I do know there was two versions. There's the webcomic rough draft, but I didn't actually know it was a rough draft. I thought it was just something that the creator was just putting out officially, which he is, and I didn't know that he decided to have the new final art with a major publisher. I thought he was just doing two separate things because he wanted to. So I actually didn't know that about Mob Psycho 100. It's the webtoon version, and then there's the manga version. The creator is Japanese, and then of course that ended up becoming into an anime, which is actually one of my favorites anime. So thank you for mentioning that,
Yeah.
Jesse, and welcome.
And
So
I
that
mean,
was
and
interesting.
that's kind of like what we did with Background Noise Comic, because when we first published, like I said, on Instagram, we just like did it every day. So in some cases the comics are a little rough, and now we're going back and, remastering them. So
A little bit. I mean,
they're not getting,
we're not redrawing them.
we're not going through a major publisher. We decided to go indie, but it's sort of a similar thought. But we'll definitely check that out. Thanks, Jess.
Yes. Oh, yes. And of course, we love indies here. Then Jesse says, yes, I think he hires artists for the finals draft. I didn't know that because that's a lot of money. And so we are going to the rewards section. We have available rewards. We have the digital love. Read love letters every day. Complete with 200 plus original diary comics and a handful of supporting essays on craft and culture on your computer or mobile device. You will be delivered a PDF file, and that's only like $15. And then next we have Cupid's Arrow. I'm sorry, what was that?
Well, I was just going to say that what's not in there is that since we when we first launched the Kickstarter, we hadn't put the variant cover in. So when we deliver the digital love version, we will put the variant cover in, so everybody who pledges. And that we created that version mostly because we just couldn't figure out how to ship internationally beyond England. So we do have like a lot of friends in France and a lot of people who follow the comic in Asia and India. But it was going to cost so much money to send the book that we just figured we'll just make a PDF. And, people, I personally, webtoons, I like reading some things online. So it's definitely a good way to go. And you'll get both covers, which is like a little bonus.
Yes. And no shipping for PDF. Huzzah!
No PDFs, yeah. Yes.
Because shipping to other countries is expensive.
It's expensive. Next,
and then we have Cupid's Arrow.
Next Kickstarter, Kickstarter will figure it out.
Yes, exactly. So for Cupid's Arrow NYC only, your beautiful signed copy of Love Letters Every Day will be available for pickup as soon as we receive it. So what's included is a signed paperback and a thank you note. Oh gosh. So it is available for pickup but not delivered, right?
Right. So we'll have pickup locations probably at the farmers market in Grand Army Plaza is probably where we'll do for pickup. And the book, basically the other rewards tiers are that we can also ship it. So if you're in New York or Canada, if you're in the US, Canada, or England, we'll be able to ship it. But yeah, and it'll still be signed. Nice. And it'll still have the thank you note.
What made you decide a farmer's market?
It's just like a place that we sometimes set up. There's like a craft area around it. There's also like
Oh.
in Prospect Park. Are you from New York?
No, I'm from Florida. I'm boring.
Florida. Okay. So like in like Prospect Park is like in the middle of Brooklyn. It's pretty central, and
Mhm.
there's like a pretty big farmers market that is there on Saturdays. And then sometimes there's also this other thing called Smorgasburg, but it doesn't start until a little bit later. And so it's like where you can eat food. And both of those places, there's kind of like a little like crafty thing that happens around it. You can
People
get
set up tables.
people set up tables. So we've
Mm.
we've set up there before and you know, kind of like hung out with other people and sold other things. So it just seemed like a nice convenient place to go. It's also like a super fun place. It's super chill. There's like you can eat food, you can go to the taco truck or the coffee truck, and you know,
Ooh, coffee.
so it's a pretty fun central place. So that's why the farmers market. It's the Brooklyn
That's so
bubble. You go to the
nice.
farmers market when you come to the Brooklyn bubble. That's how it
Of
goes.
course, of course. That makes so much sense. I love farmers markets, and support your local farmers, guys.
Yes.
And comic people who go to farmers markets, of course. Then we
So
have V
variant
through J. Is that pronounced that? Yes. Oh, it's a very nice one. So we have
Which
V through
which one
J.
which one
Day.
do you like better?
Right?
The regular or the variant? What's your favorite?
Let me see. We have one for the Godzilla reference, and then one with. Oh my gosh! I think I like the variant cover better.
Yeah, a lot of people are liking the variant cover better. Like
Mm.
75% of people on Instagram so far have said that they like the variant cover as opposed to I think 25% on the regular. I mean, it's like I love them
It's
both.
hard. It's hard because I do like both. They're both very iconic and like what's it called? They're noticeable from like what they're being referenced from, and then they're just a kitty on both of these, and I'm just like, it's so cute, and they're both so cute.
Yeah, the cat is
And
we have
kudos to all the
a
art.
funny story about the cat if you want to hear it. Do you want to hear a funny story about the cat?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Of
So
course.
when we first moved to Brooklyn, we live in a house, but like in all the houses are attached. And so there's kind of like a closed courtyard behind the block. And so people let their cats out and the cats just kind of wander around. So when we first lived here, like before we moved in, the house was empty. And so the windows were broken and the cats were just like having a party in our house, like until we came in and like fixed the windows. So after we moved in, the cats were just like, what's going on? And they would come up and they would like look in the window and they would like stare at us like a day and night. You'd see the little green eyes like staring at us and we'd be like, get away from us. But the cats were just like, no, this is our place. So one day we opened the back door and the cat just kind of walked in. Cat's just like, hey, nice to see you. And, John's just like, oh, there's a cat in here. The kids are like, oh my God, we have a cat. I'm like, it's not our cat. I'm allergic. Get this cat out of here. But no, the cat has like we became friends with the cat. The cat came over a lot. John became very enamored with the cat. The cat, Danny cat that's on the cover is not the cat that was the first cat that we first kind of had a relationship with, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
But they're all in the comics. And a lot of people ask, like, do you really have cats? And we're like, no, we don't have cats. Blame it on me. I have allergies. But
they're neighbor cats.
we have cat
our neighbor
friends.
Karen behind us takes
Ooh.
in stray cats and she takes care of them. And so you can kind of see the progression of different cats that we became friends with in the comics. There's Buddy the gray cat at first, but eventually Danny the orange cat becomes the main cat, and he serves kind of almost as like like an imaginary best friend. And
Oh,
and sometimes he makes fun of us, or sometimes we're just hanging out we get to talk. But they're great characters.
They
oh,
are.
I love that.
Mm.
Kitty, stay forever. So for this variant cover, it's also $25, of course, inspired by the iconic 1945 photo of the sailor kissing the nurse in Times Square. I actually didn't know she was a nurse. I didn't really look at her outfit whenever I saw the pictures.
Yeah, I googled that.
When I was looking at it, I was looking at the photo and I was like, I've always thought she was a nurse, but is she really a nurse? I wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Also, I was
Is she
wondering if
really a nurse? She's probably lying.
I don't know, but and in the photo, the sailor's really like holding on to her, and you kind of can't see her head. Lisa was like, the drawing doesn't look like a photo because the way their faces are. I was like, you wouldn't be able to see us on our cover if I drew it exactly like it. But I was wondering, does she have like a nurse's hat on? And should
Maybe
I draw one on Lisa?
No.
But I didn't want to cover up your hair, so I didn't put the hat on you.
Your hair is beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, sadly,
Both of your hair is beautiful.
we're sadly because we're grayscale in the comic. I can't draw the color of her hair usually. There is like one or two comics where I do the color of her hair because it's if it becomes the subject of the comic.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't
Yeah,
wait to read
for some reason
that. I would love to read
For
that.
some reason, we've always been grayscale.
Yep.
But
We live in-
grayscale always still looks so nice, though.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a USA only tier for $40. You get a beautiful copy. You will be shot out to you anywhere in the US as soon as it's hot off the press. Shipping is included in the cost of this tier. Oh, shipping is included in the cost of the tier. Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah, I just did it that way to make it easier. Hopefully I will. Hopefully we're not going to get, I tried to estimate the cost of shipping and we made it a flat rate. So I think it'll be fine. Same thing for Canada and the UK. So the only thing where shipping is not included is if you get both covers, then we're going to have to pay shipping afterwards. But because you can buy,
okay.
you get both books. If you get the variant cover, then the second book is slightly cheaper because as a perk. But it's over 200 pages, so the book itself costs a bit to print. So it's it's a labor of love. We're not making beaucoup bucks on this project, but we are excited to get it out into the world.
Are we frozen?
I don't know. Are we frozen? Let's see. Let me close some more things.
Okay. I don't know who was frozen, if it was me or you.
Yeah.
It was probably both of us because I've been having internet problems since the day today I turned on my laptop, and I'm like, why now? Why today?
Yeah.
I also have lots of tabs I have to delete.
Mm-hmm.
I should delete them now. There we go.
Yeah, I've been slowly
Don't worry, we're all good.
It's because I don't want to keep getting frozen.
Understandable. And for me too. Yeah. Whoops. Oh, and then of course there's the B through J. Is it B through J? Or is it VJ?
Oh, it's VJ. Yeah. So it's
Yeah, okay.
yeah. That's the variant cover.
Mm-hmm. The
You
variant
just want
cover of shipping
instead of the other one. You can get the VJ one.
Mhm.
Kind of like
Nice.
like what was it? Isn't it like V-Day?
Yeah, it's Victory in Japan Day.
Yeah.
That's where the
That's
photo
what-
is from.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so we just called it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
to
Yeah,
Great use
World War.
of wording.
yeah.
Hello, everybody who just came in. Nice to see you guys. Hello, I am here quietly. I see.
Check.
And then we have the UK and the EU. I said the UK, Canada and the EU for $50. The shipping is also included, of course. And then we have the variant cover version, which is also 50. I Are all of the variant covers the same price? Yes, they are. They're the same
Yeah.
price as the standard cover. I have not
Yeah.
seen that in a very long time.
Oh, really? What is it normally?
People usually charge up to $5 to $10 more for a variant cover that I've seen.
I kind of think like when people do that, it's like an alternate artist. Sometimes someone will find like somebody famous or something to kind of do an alternate cover for them. But this one's just me still, so
Yeah.
it's just sort of something new, something different, to kind of stretch the interest a little bit.
Yeah. And then there's
That
some other
makes
add-ons.
sense.
Yeah. There's some other add-ons. There's some stickers. There's the sketch cards that John is gonna hand draw that are very specific just for this particular campaign. They'll be Kickstarter exclusives, kind of Valentine's Day themed because we kicked off
Or
this
love themed
yeah, because of the book and because we kicked it off on Valentine's Day. Also, we have a coloring book that we have created. That's another add-on that you can add in. And our stretch goals, if we hit 4,000, so if you guys want to join in today, we're going to send a coloring page to everybody that's Mother's Day themed because we'll be delivering the book before Mother's Day. And yeah, so we wanted to make sure our first was something that everybody could get, regardless of whether you're getting a print version or a PDF. So we're trying to, make sure that everybody gets everything. And our second stretch goal is a postcard that I think we have two ones that we're going to choose from. One is a Love is Love postcard, and the other one is a postcard of just the very first comic we ever did, the pizza comic. And that one will be able to deliver. It'll be a virtual postcard, but we will make it so that if we hit that 5,000 mark, we'll make sure that people who order PDFs get one as well. And everybody else will get a print one.
Oh,
I don't know.
so nice.
I know a lot of people do bookmarks, but I thought a postcard was a little bit more fun. What do you think? Bookmark or postcard?
What does everybody else think? I'm thinking like postcard, to be honest.
Yeah.
A postcard can be a bookmark. So.
Yeah, a postcard can be a bookmark, but you could also frame it. You can send it. We wanted to it'll be signed. So that's if we hit a $5,000 stretch goal. So if you want a postcard, people tell your friends to support, because we would love to be able to give that to the world.
Yes. And I sometimes use sticky notes as bookmarks because I sometimes lose mine.
Yeah, I do that too. I think I used a pill dispenser the other day as a bookmark. Like, like after you pop a pill out, I'm like, this is my bookmark. Okay.
Anything can be a bookmark. You just got to believe.
You got to believe. Exactly.
And there is something I wanted to try out. So it's like, if I push continue. Oh, here it is. So the salty chocolate comic bites for 2. Oh gosh. So it's so that enjoy the taste of that organically serves. Wait, is this actual chocolate?
Actual chocolate.
It's actual chocolate.
So those are little mini chocolate bars that we worked with a company in New York, in Brooklyn, to create this partnership. And you remember like Bazooka Joe when you used to get the bubble gum and it would have a little comic in it. Did you ever get that? Well, it's sort of like that. It's like a little chocolate bar, a little fancy chocolate bar, but it has a comic on it. It's kind of a fun, salty comic. It's salty chocolate. And in this rewards tier, you get 2. Unfortunately, this is something that you have to be in New York to be able to get, because it's hard to ship chocolate, and so we just made it simple. But they're
I hope everybody who gets this enjoys it, and then think of me, because I can't get it.
If you ever come to New York, let us know.
Yeah, if you ever come to New York, let us go. We'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Yay.
Maybe
next time when my sister goes, I'll tell her to go with me, not without me.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then we got the seasonal sidekick sticker pack.
Yeah.
Oh, these are really nice stickers.
Yeah, they're holographic stickers.
So it's summer, winter. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're, like you said, they're all the seasons in our comic. They're people. So summer, winter, fall, and spring are characters in the comic who just kind of show up when the seasons change or whatever. And spring is the most popular. She comes in as kind of like Lisa's pal, because Lisa loves gardening, and so they hang out a lot. Yeah. Fall, they, because fall is non-binary, they come in with a palette, like a painting palette, because they're like painting the leaves. And summer is a party guy, and winter is kind of like an old rocker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of an old, kind of burnt out rocker. So they're always fun characters, and the stickers are pretty cool.
Nice. Jesse asks, "What's the chocolate brand? Are you allowed to say the chocolate brand?"
Sure.
Yeah, it's what is it?
Yes, we partnered with Hershey. No, it's a local Brooklyn thing.
What the hell is it called?
I don't know. Talk for a second, and I'll run over there and grab one.
Okay.
Okay. Keep talking. Something in fine.
Oh yeah, fine and raw. Fine and raw.
Fine and raw.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I saw it on the description. For some reason, I thought it was describing the chocolate as fine and raw.
Raw.
Hello, Bob. Welcome back. And then we have lots of love sketch cards. The kitty is very cute. Cupid approved. Potentially risque, filled with love. Featuring fan favorite background noise comic characters. That's one-of-a-kind, hand-drawn Valentines. Will only be available on Valentine's Day weekend. Hand-drawn with markers, and it's a Kickstarter exclusive. Of course, also ships to Brooklyn, New York. And then this is like the variant cover and stuff. So I wanted to see what the add-ons were.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go back? Can I go back? What?
Sure.
Man, my internet has been crap for the past. There we go. Yay.
Yeah, so
just
sorry. Yes. Go ahead. Well, I was just going to say those the hand-drawn sketch cards that were only available like the first weekend that we launched, which was, Valentine's weekend. Huh?
I took it off the Kickstarter.
Okay. All right. Okay. I thought she just read about it.
No, I thought I took them off.
Oh, well, anyway, those
were... it's still there.
Okay. Well, those are Valentine's themed, but the other hand-drawn sketch cards are love themed, so it's kind of the same thing, just a little more universal.
Every day is Valentine's Day.
If you're lucky.
Yes. Christopher Lee says, "A couple that creates together stays together." And then Jesse says, "Do you guys recommend Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic 4, haven't read in a while, but I enjoyed Coates Black Panther 1, courtesy of John many years ago. I actually have no idea if you guys actually have read like Marvel DC comics.
Well, I grew up collecting like all the Marvel and DC comics I could, and I still love the characters. I love the MCU, like all the TV shows and everything. But I haven't collected superhero comics in a long time. When I went to school, I didn't study comic drawing because I thought that in America people didn't take comics seriously because it was all superhero stuff. And but things changed when I was in college. Comics came out where people were talking about anything. There was, I don't know if you know, Love and Rockets, which is like I'm a big fan
Sounds
of.
familiar.
Oh, next time you're at your local comic book store, ask for Love and Rockets. I will bet you're going to fall in love with it when you look at it. It's beautiful. It's two brothers from California. They each have kind of different styles, and it's kind of reality based, and it was like about real life.
Yeah.
And when people started like having comics about real life, difficult history stuff like Mao's, or I saw like you could do anything in comics, and then I got excited about the idea of more autobiographical stuff or historical stuff. So that's more the kind of things we usually read now, although we do pick up other things.
Although I never sort of thought about how that was an influence on the comic, because we always say like Peanuts or but in some way Love and Rockets is more of an influence because like dinosaurs come in and like more like outrageous things come into our world in a way.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, and Love and Rockets, it'll be about
it's
like
real life, and then
a little California neighborhood, but then if they feel like putting a dinosaur in, they will, and we kind of do that too.
Yeah, we do that too.
Yeah.
I never thought about that until the other day when we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Bob says,
yeah.
I'm so jealous. We didn't have comics in Ireland when I was growing up. LOL.
Oh, you
really?
didn't? Really? There were no comics in Ireland?
I didn't know that either. Black Phoenix says, I have other comics by the Hernandez Bros, but not Love and Rockets. We'll get on it. You're slacking, you slacker.
No, I'm sure they're still
They're
just as good.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're classics.
Yeah, they're all great.
And then Jesse said, read the intro chapter of Civil War at a friend's house last month and thoroughly enjoyed it. Well, congrats. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And then Veteran Bob says, dinosaurs always add plenty of oomph to things.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe Bob will put a dinosaur in our next comic. I think we need a dinosaur to come in. I like that.
Brachiosaurus or T-Rex. Everybody loves a T-Rex.
Yeah, we have like we have like a post-apocalyptic setting that we've pulled out a few times, and we had like a dinosaur-sized chicken. And honestly, our neighbor who has Danny Cat, who's like Danny Cat's real mom, she has chickens in her backyard, and whenever she always calls them the mini dinosaurs, right?
Yeah.
There's a comic there. I think there's a comic there. Thank you, people.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the mini
ideas. And before we finish for today, can I be able to play the video one last time for the new audiences that came in?
Sure. My goofy video.
It's the best video. And once this plays, I need everybody to let me know of the volume.
Volume began on National Pizza Day 2018. I noticed it was National Pizza Day, and I came up with an idea to draw a little comic. And I grabbed a Sharpie and a piece of printer paper, and I drew up this comic real quick. That was about something that actually happened with Lisa and myself. And I brought it down to Lisa and showed it to her, and she laughed. And we thought, well, we can post this on Facebook. It'll be funny, and all our friends will laugh. But then right away, we kind of both knew that this was it. So is this book just a collection of comics?
Well, since you asked, as we started to develop the comics, we learned a lot about craft. We learned a lot about storytelling. We learned a lot about the way that we relate to the world and how we related to each other. And we wanted to be able to share that with everybody. And so we started to write essays, and the essays that are in this book have never been seen before. And they really help to explain the story of this year. So we're really happy to share this book with the world. And part of the reason that we're doing this now is that we have over 1,000 comics on Instagram. They're kind of lost in the Instagram archives. Nobody really goes back and reads the ones at the beginning, and they still have a lot of value, and we want to make sure that they have a place in the world. The world needs light, the world needs laughter, and the world needs books.
Well said.
So cute. Lizzie's late again. Gosh dang it. So right now they are fully funded. They have 60 hours to go, and their goal is, I believe, 3,400.
Well,
No, our goal is, our first goal was 3,000, but our stretch goals are 4,000 and 5,000.
4,000 and 5,000. Awesome.
4,000 and
Let's see if
5,000.
we can try to make that.
well, yeah.
I know, 60 hours, people. You got to dream.
Support their dream. Their Kickstarter is in the description. Their Instagram is also in the description. So if you guys want to go check it out when this is over, you can anytime you want. And looks like we're going to be finished with this interview today. And I hope you guys have an awesome day, have an awesome time. And if they're ever creating any more, literally anything and everything, I would be so happy to interview them once again for all
that
their
would be
beautiful
great,
work.
because we do
Beautiful glasses,
have
people.
our books planned. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. So
you're
much fun.
welcome.
Happy Friday, everybody. Woohoo.
It's
Happy
Thursday.
Friday.
Damn it.
It's
Damn
Friday
it.
to me.
Oh, it was Friday. Damn.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
I've been thinking it's Tuesday since this entire week. I've been thinking it's Tuesday. That's bad.
That's like, it's like pandemic just like killed our sense of time, right? It's like after
Yes.
pandemic, I just don't know what day of the week it is. So, yeah.
No,
Oh, well.
guys, it's Friday. It's
Happy
Friday. It's
Friday.
obviously Friday.
Happy almost Friday.
Happy almost Friday.
Happy
All
almost
right.
Friday. All right, guys. Bye.